So we will check this out. All right, so whenever splash occurs on our side of the field, it will deal damage to our warlord. On the second turn, it will summon a Nightfall, and then on the sixth turn, it will deal damage to our units based on the Nightfalls that are in play. We're going to stay with our pirate warlord for now, and then we'll move on. Okay, so we'll summon our pentagrams first. They came out in pretty good positions. We want our pentagrams to be in this first row over here because that is where those Nightfalls will come in. It says on the first row. All right, taking a look at their buildings, seeing that these particular spots are not marked by pentagrams, so we'll have to get rid of these buildings so that they can't have units that are blocked by the buildings. And then on top of that, we're going to be placing units up here to get some more damage going in. Right, let's see here. In terms of stats, we're going to be summoning this unit over here just to get rid of their buildings. Taking a look, seeing if there's anything else. Damage to us, spikes, negative attack, health, and block. All right. So next turn, the Nightfalls will come into play, and we can cover what they do. This unit has, whenever it's attacked, it will deal damage to adjacent units. So that actually means this one here and this one here. Combat. Landed on a pentagram, so that's good. 65, 54. Just doing some math here to figure out what we need to do. We'll summon this ranged unit over here to get rid of this unit. Okay, so the Nightfall did come into play. This Nightfall, let me just do a quick adjustment here. I had something in my eye. All right, so at the end of the turn, it gives Divine Shield to a mental unit, to another unit, including itself. And then whenever it dies, it gives Splash to another unit. And I guess it has spikes too, so that's kind of annoying. Let's see here. So we'll need to get rid of their Nightfalls so that they don't create the mental shields to other units. Want to protect this building. We're going to be using this building. The reason why is because it deals damage to units at the end of the turn. That will allow us to get some more damage against these other buildings and then also remove the mental shields as well. As they're also going to do splash, we're going to try to keep them away from other units if we can. So we will summon this over here. As you can see, the building deals damage to all of their units at the end of the turn, so that is why that building was then destroyed. Okay, and once again with that mental shield stuff. Okay, this unit is dealing additional damage based upon the number of units that first came into play, so this unit will actually die unless I have some way to destroy this. I do not right now. So we got there, it's Nightfall. I want to deal some sort of range damage over here. So let's see. That, the Nightfall, there. See what makes sense. Really want to use this unit because it has the ability to get rid of units that have less than 25% health. Yeah, we'll do it. Why not? So in this case, when it first comes into play, it got rid of that Nightfall because it had less than 25% of health. We're able to mark that for damage with the building and then have it destroyed. Okay, our building, okay, that destroyed that. That over there, and that over there. 5. Just doing some more math over here. All right, we're going to be summoning this unit. It has extra summons whenever it attacks. It also does poison damage, and we'll be placing this over here so that we can get some more summons out of it. Okay, still not quite enough to destroy this. But we are getting some more summons in order to block for damage, and then also this unit is getting more attack and more health. Okay, we are starting to take some major damage over here, so we will need to block for more damage. Next turn, the Nightfalls are going to come into play, and then the damage will happen to our units for each Nightfall that's on the field. All right, pentagram will destroy that, and then this unit will be destroyed by both the poison, the extra poison from here, and then the building over here. Going to be placing this building in front to block for damage. Placing it over here as well. Okay, as you can see, it came into play and gave us a little bit of health. At the end of the turn, it will give us Mental Shield onto 2 of our units. But that Mental Shield was then removed because the Nightfall came into play with this ability here, and then the damage dealt to our units. Okay, some more damage going on over there. All right, we'll do our summons to block for damage. Will actually also give us a attack boost over here. With our Gleedy Pet right now, we will be able to get more health once we destroy this. So that unit will be taken care of. We're going to then summon our melee unit down here in terms of health in order to... Actually, we're going to place it over here to defend our building. That will give us metal shields for our other units. Okay, so the goal right now is to both keep this building alive so that we'll get metal shield, and then on top of that, also keep this unit alive. Right. Pentagrams are over here. We need to summon something in order to deal enough damage to this because this unit has the double attack. Let's see here. Do we have enough? 42, 22, and so 44. Just doing some math once again. Okay, yeah, I gotta fix that up. I believe it was all capital letters, but if that isn't the case, then I will need to change it for later. So thank you for that. I did. I thought I did. Okay. 42, 62, 42 and 44, 88. Okay. Yeah, that should be enough damage. We're going to be placing this over here. Okay, as you see, it had enough attack to destroy that. And then we also got some health back off of our our melee kill. I remember, why did we take damage? We took damage because splash was triggered. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Got some over here. All right, we'll be summoning our ranged unit over here in order to deal damage to destroy this mental shield. And then since it's flying, we won't be able to attack using this particular unit. Okay. As you see, we want to get rid of this unit so then we can have this unit keep attacking. Because this unit has flight, we're unable to attack it. And we will be using our shuffles very aggressively in order to get rid of this unit if we can. So we have that. We have this unit that once again is dealing damage and splash. We'll be able to get rid of this. Seeing which units have the double attack. It's not this one over here. It's certainly not this one over here. So just that. All right, we will shuffle to get rid of this. Yeah, we'll shuffle to get rid of this over here. There. Really do not want to use this ranged unit in order to get rid of that. We want to find another melee unit that can actually destroy this. All right, so that's good. All right, we'll be summoning this over here. When it comes into play, it'll steal attack, so that's good. Also, when it dies, it will summon another totem to help us block for damage. Okay. As you saw right there, the Nightfall did come into play because of the timer, and then because of this unit's ability to kill units with less than 25% health, it was instantly destroyed. Right, so now this unit is destroyed. Have to summon something over here. Want to get some more health back off of this. So we'll shuffle once more in order to find a melee unit. We do not. Let's see here. Got that. All right, we're going to be summoning this unit because of the high health, and we're going to be placing it over here so that we have some options for later on if we need to send a ranged unit or another melee unit to block on this lane. Okay, as you can see here, that unit did die, and then because of the pentagram damage, and then once it died, it dealt the extra damage over here to that unit. Okay, just doing some math. Going on over there, there. Okay, so once again, they have a unit with flight. Gives spikes to other units, and then Nightfall is actually going to occur, and then the damage happening to our units. So because of that, we want to summon a unit with as high health as possible, and so we'll be summoning this particular unit just to block for damage over here. So it sets the attack of that to 1, so this unit should still be alive. It set it to 1, and then this unit steals attack, so it actually turned it to 0 for the turn, so this unit will actually be alive altogether. Oof. Alright, another unit with the double attack. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it out next turn because of that ability to deal damage to us whenever splash is triggered. So for the time being, we're going to use our sudden deaths to deal some extra damage. And then we're going to summon this flight unit in front of this in order to block it. Okay, as you can see, this unit did have splash. It dealt the extra damage, and then we took the lethal damage. But that was okay. We dealt a lot of damage over here. We're going to continue on and use another attempt. Looks like Pirate is good for us so far, so we'll keep going. All right, so once again, we'll do our pentagrams. In decent shape, we have them once again on the first row, and we're going to continue with our strategy from before and use our... Okay. Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you got to go to work, it's all cool. See it. All right, we're going to pin down the buildings once again. We know that most of their units are chaos units except for the other flight ones. So for now, we're going to be using this unit with the high health, and then we're going to attack this building just to get rid of it. All right. They summon the unit behind the building. That is why from before I mentioned we should get rid of their buildings as soon as we can so that we can have other lanes not be covered. So let's see. This unit here, it freezes units that are not chaos, and buildings are fine. So because of that, we can't summon any of these initially because then they will not be able to attack. So for now, we're just going to be summoning this. This unit will be destroyed by that, but at least we are getting rid of their building in the meantime. I suppose we can summon over here because the Nightfall is going to come out and play. We'll summon this over here. Just in case a Nightfall does end up landing over here, which it does. So that's great. We have this lane covered for damage. We don't want our units to be destroyed quite yet. All right, so now they have their flight unit over there. All right, we're going to be summoning our units now. Even though they can't attack, they are going to stall out for some damage. And then we are now going to see what makes sense. There's some damage over here. All right, we'll summon this unit next. Not because it can attack, but because it has this building that comes into play. It will heal us for based upon the amount of units that we have. And then we're also just putting some more units along in this line so that we can attack for later. Okay. That's not good. All right. So we have this unit. It deals damage to our units at the beginning of the turn, and then it also marked our units with the ability that whenever they die, they'll deal damage around. So that is why we lost our units over here. Still need to summon a unit to destroy, either silence this, transform this, or get rid of this. So we're going to use our shuffle. 84 plus 2, that's 176. Seeing if we got enough there, so not quite. Okay, we're going to focus on damage over here because we don't want to waste attacks against their high health. So we're going to be summoning our double attack unit over here. And the reason why is because once these units die from the damage at the beginning of the turn, it will deal damage to this unit, which we don't want. Okay, as you can see, Nightfall came into play. And then that Nightfall did land on a pentagram, which then it was destroyed at the start of their turn. So that is why we like having these pentagrams. Okay, let us see here. All right, we want to deal as much damage as we can. Let me see if we have this going on. Okay, so 36. Some extra damage over there. Okay. We're summoning this unit right now because it deals damage whenever our warlord is attacked. It won't be able to attack because of this unit's stalling ability. So we'll just place this over. We'll place this over here on the health tile because this unit is still going to be able to deal damage to our units. Next turn, the Nightfall will come in, and then the damage will be dealt to our units based upon the number of Nightfalls. Okay, let us see here. So not quite enough to deal damage to that. We could kill that, kill that. All right, so what we can do is we can either shuffle to find a ranged unit that is chaos to deal damage over here, or we can look to get rid of their units over here. Probably going to take the safer route and summon this. Because then the Nightfall, there's, okay, yeah, we'll summon this melee unit. It deals damage to all units except chaos when it first comes into play, so not quite enough to destroy that. But we'll be able to at least kill this unit, and then yeah, we'll be able to kill this unit and get some health back, and then stall for some damage. It's also on top of a pentagram, from what I can see. It's hard to see because of the unit that's blocking here, but that should be enough damage to destroy that. Okay, got some health back, got some attacks. Nightfalls came in and destroyed these two units over here. But it did block this melee unit, so that's actually very good for us. Oh no! That is unfortunate. That unit came into play, destroyed our units. Not a problem. We'll spend an attempt to get it done. So we can get to number 2. Okay, at this point right now, we don't need to summon anything crazy. We'll save our larger units for later on. So we'll be summoning this ranged unit over here. Just trying to get rid of some trashier units for our next boss. We do have summons that we can summon, so that is good. We have to wait another turn. We'll do shuffle, see if we can get rid of some stuff. Nope. Yeah, this one's pretty bad. All right, we'll just attack and get rid of their warlord here. Hi guys, if you're just tuning in right now, we are in the middle of the world event. We're defeating some pit bosses in the meantime in order to get legendary chests in order to complete a quest node. As you can see, we're on the one that says get 3 legendary heroes. If you defeat a pit boss during the event on that particular node, it will count towards completing the quest. As you can see here, we also got some sparks as well, so that is good. All right, we have this third one over here. We can take a look at the boss. So whenever a unit dies on their side of the field, it will give health to another one of their units. On the 3rd turn, it will summon an electric tower. And then on the 5th turn, it will summon another electric tower. So because of that, we're actually going to switch back to a different warlord in order to get it done. We're going to our squad. And then we're going to the spider family over here. We're switching over to Geisha. And then we're also equipping our pet. The reason why we're using the Geisha is because of its abilities. You would say Widow, but it's Geisha. Geisha is actually the one that we need. The reason why is we're not doing it so much of the poison damage. We're summoning it. We're using it because it has an extra summon, and that summon will actually allow us to draw some damage away from later on. so we're going to the Dungeon of Trials once again, and then we're going to fight our last pit boss. This is pit boss number 10 for those who are counting, and it will give us 2 legendary chests, so that is good. All right, let's get right into it. Spend some gems. And we're going to try and defeat it in the first battle. And this is very good for us right now. So we have a unit right here. As you can see, it says deals damage to all units except Chaos. This is one of our best rares in our collection. And once it comes into play, as you'll see here, I'm just dragging it in. You see all those numbers that are in red. Those are the units that will be affected by the ability. So because of that, we'll summon it and we'll get rid of all the towers. Because all the towers were destroyed at the same time, none of them can get a health boost. All right, so our goal now is to destroy all the towers that are coming into play. This one here just deals damage to our warlord. We'll do our summon, and then we are going to go pretty hard on their units. So we'll summon this over. Yeah, we'll summon this over here. Okay, this summon that we have, it deals damage to units at the end of the turn and also heals them. The reason why we use this is because on certain turns, they're going to have these electric towers that come into play. Once these buildings are marked for damage, we'll just use our destruction ability to get rid of them. So we have this one over here, deals damage for every unit that is destroyed, and then also gives an attack boost to other units on their side of the field. This is the only pit boss that has no attacking units. It's all towers. So you don't have to worry about things like that. So in the meantime, we just want to get as much attackers as we can. Seeing some stuff over here. All right, doing a shuffle to find some stronger units. Okay, this one's pretty nice in terms of that. All right, it also has Pierce too. We're going to be placing this over. I'll place this over here. Okay, as you can see, the tower did come into play. The tower here deals damage, and then damage to all of our units at the end. Okay, we are going to use our destruction ability next turn in order to get rid of these towers. We're going to be placing this over here. All right, they have a third tower over there. Going to see what makes sense. So there'll be still damage happening to us. Okay, the next turn, the other 3 towers are going to come into play. So let us shuffle for some more stuff. Yeah, we'll get a ranged unit out of play. That's fine. We don't want to destroy too many of their units right now because then the triggers are going to deal damage to us. All right, we are getting some health back off of our melee kills. Okay, those towers dealing damage to us. Okay, at this point, seeing if it makes sense. Attack those, attack those, attack those. All right, we'll get some more ranged units out in play. Summon this over here. Okay, as you can see, we're getting some health back. Okay, it's good we actually summon this particular unit because it's getting an attack boost all the time whenever a unit is destroyed. And then also has this kind of semi-pierce ability, so it'll be able to destroy other units behind it. We're trying not to trigger off too many deaths so that the other units won't get an additional health boost. So this will be destroyed, that'll be destroyed, and this will be destroyed. We don't even have to use our destruction ability. We'll be placing another ranged unit over here, and we're going to shuffle because we're not going to have to shuffle. We'll just do this. Yeah, we don't even have to use our destruction ability right now. All of our units are getting a boost at some point because they're getting mental shield whenever a tower is being summoned. When that mental shield is broken, all of our units will get an attack boost. It's comboing off with our melee units, will then give us a health boost when we destroy a tower, and then it's also going to help this unit over here. Got that over there. All right, we're going to be shuffling for a ranged unit. No range units, surprisingly. Sometimes during the end of the pit boss runs, you're going to be running out of units. So keep that in mind as you plan for future pit bosses. All right, so nothing over here. We don't want to be summoning melee units anymore. This one is... Yeah, this one's good. Yeah, this one is good. It has an attack boost for every unit that's on our side of the field. We'll be placing this over here. 110 over there. Yeah, we'll be placing this over here. Reason why is because this unit will die, and then this unit will get a health boost. But the health boost doesn't matter, because then we destroyed all of those. Okay, once again, they do summon another tower, but this tower doesn't do anything because we have no other units that will be destroyed. So attacking, just doing some math over here, 132, it's 216, and 71, that is 293. So that'll be enough for that. All right, we're going to be summoning this ranged unit over here. It gets an attack boost for every nature unit that's on your side. And as you can see right now, so those towers are coming into play, but they're not really doing anything. This one just deals damage to our units, but we have a ton of attackers that are getting an attack boost. All right, got that over there, over there. This unit is going to die from combat. We're going to just summon our ranged unit over here. As you see, the health boost once again. And at this point, we don't have to worry about any more of their units. We have a lot of attackers on the field. Just have to, yeah, we have the 404. So we are all set. Just summoning another ranged unit. And there you go. That was the last pit boss. And that also counts for, completing that pit boss. And that does count also for the legendary chest that is needed. Got some more legendaries and some more sparks. GG indeed. So yeah, that is why I made that switch to the Warlord in order to use the destruction ability. But we didn't even need the destruction ability because we had that rare that wiped out all of their towers in the first turn. If you're able to wipe up their towers against that pit boss, you pretty much win. So that is what happened.